Hi everyone, welcome back to SAT 021. In this lesson, we will continue to talk about quadratic equations. So in the previous two parts, we've learned how to solve a quadratic equation by factoring and by completing the square. So when these two methods don't work, you may try the new method, solved by the quadratic formula. So step 1, we have to write the quadratic equation as the standard form, ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. And the second step, identify the coefficients a, b, and c. And the third step, substitute the numbers into the quadratic formula. So the quadratic formula is x equals negative b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac over 2a. We may do one practice question. What is the sum of the solutions to the equation 2x squared minus 9x plus 5 equals 0? So you may try it first that we cannot factor it. And as the quadratic coefficient is not 1, we do not use the method of completing the square. So we may use the quadratic formula directly. So we have to identify the coefficients first. A is 2, B is negative 9, and C is 5. And then we substitute into the quadratic formula. So x equals negative 9 plus or minus square root negative 9 squared minus 4 times 2 times 5 and over 2 times 2. So we may do some calculation here. And x1 equals 9 plus square root 41 over 4. And x2 equals 9 minus square root 41 over 4. And the question asks for the sum of the solutions. So we may add the two solutions together. x1 plus x2 equals 9 over 2. So the correct answer is D. And in order to solve the questions more quickly, there are some facts that we need to know. So when the quadratic coefficient is 1, like the equation is x squared plus bx plus c is 0, the sum of the solutions is negative b. So x1 plus x2 equals negative b. And the product of the solutions is c. So x1 times x2 equals c. So we may do one more practice here. What is the product of the two solutions of 3x squared plus 18x plus 9 equals 0? So we may factor out the 3 first. So the equation becomes 3 times x squared plus 6x plus 3 equals 0. And then we may divide the 3 for both sides. And then the equation becomes x squared plus 6x plus 3 equals 0. And as the quadratic coefficient is 1, we may apply the facts we just learned. So the product of the two solutions is our constant term, which is the 3. So x1 times x2 equals 3. So the correct answer is A. So that's the end for the quadratic equations. Hope you enjoy it, and thank you.